Have you ever wondered why the women we often consider the most faithful can sometimes find themselves drawn into moments of temptation? Is it because they are weak or disloyal? Or is it simply that human nature is wired to crave recognition, understanding, and sometimes just a genuine emotional connection? Imagine an ordinary day where no one wakes up thinking, "Today I will risk everything I've built." Yet, it happens, not with a sudden shock, but through the smallest moments. A shared laugh, a lingering look, a message that makes the heart race. And suddenly, she finds herself standing at a boundary she never thought she would cross. So why does this happen? And more importantly, how do they justify it to themselves when standing at that edge? Let's dive deeper. What truly draws married women toward temptation? A strong marriage cannot exist without partnership, a true companionship between two people. Helen Mirren once said, "A great marriage is built to withstand time, challenges, and even temptation." Yet, even the most loyal women sometimes find themselves attracted to attention outside their marriage. The biggest misconception is that they are actively seeking an escape. The truth is, they're often searching for something they've lost along the way. Do you know what few dare to admit? Marriage can be lonely. Women are wired for emotional intimacy, not just physical presence. In the beginning, love feels effortless, deep conversations, excitement, the feeling of truly being seen. But over time, routine sets in. Passionate talks become logistical ones. Did you pick up the groceries? Who's handling the kids' schedule? What time is the appointment? The spark fades, and worst of all, she starts to feel invisible in her own marriage. Dr. John Gottman, a leading relationship psychologist, says the biggest killer of relationships isn't conflict, it's indifference. When a woman no longer feels noticed by her husband, her subconscious starts seeking validation elsewhere, often without her realizing it. People will do anything to escape loneliness, even if it means betraying themselves in the process. Just a simple compliment from a stranger, a conversation where she feels interesting again, a moment of attention that feels like fresh air after years of suffocating routine. These are the small lifelines that soothe the quiet wounds of her soul. Psychologists call this the Coolidge effect. The idea that humans are naturally drawn to novelty, to the excitement of desire, when every day looks the same, when every conversation feels repetitive, then the tiniest spark of something new can feel electrifying. Not because she doesn't love her husband, not because she wants to be disloyal, but because she misses the thrill of feeling wanted. F. Scott Fitzgerald put it best. We don't just want love, we want to be chosen over and over again. When a woman feels pursued, when she senses desire from someone new, she is reminded of a version of herself she thought she lost, the confident, desirable version. And even if she never intends to cross the line, she finds herself stepping closer to it, because in that moment she feels truly alive. Today, I think I'll betray my marriage. But that's not how it happens. It's a slow, gradual process. Every step along the way is rationalized long before any real damage is done. The truth is, guilt is heavy. And if the mind can find a way to justify an action, that guilt disappears. So how does it happen? How do married women convince themselves that what they're doing isn't wrong? The lies we tell ourselves, how the mind deceives itself at first. Everything feels harmless. It's just a little attention. What's the harm? I'm only talking to him, it's nothing serious. I'm not cheating. I just enjoy the attention. The human mind is a master of self-deception. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the uncomfortable tension when our actions don't align with our values. When that tension becomes unbearable, we bend reality to protect ourselves. Richard Feynman said, "The easiest person to fool is yourself." She starts shifting blame. "If my husband paid more attention to me, I wouldn't need this." She downplays her actions. "It's just flirting. I'd never actually do anything." She convinces herself it has nothing to do with her marriage. It's something separate. But here's the truth. The moment justification begins, the boundary is already broken. The first betrayal isn't physical. It's emotional. Once emotions are involved, physical boundaries start to fade. Cheating doesn't start with a kiss. It starts with a secret, unknown to others. And once secrecy begins, there's no turning back. The point of no return. When it's too late to undo the damage. Habits are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. Samuel Johnson. Every story has a breaking point. The moment when there's no more. Just talking, no more harmless flirting, no more excuses. At this stage, her emotional attachment to another man feels more real than her marriage. Once she believes that nothing will ever be the same, she no longer sees her husband as her primary emotional connection. The real passion, the real excitement. It's happening elsewhere. And once that shift happens, there are only two ways it ends. She either gets caught or she walks away, convinced that what she's found is more real than what she left behind. So why are some married women the easiest prey? Because they're not looking to cheat. They're looking to feel something they lost. And once they find it, walking away feels impossible. Not because they don't love their husbands, but because they believe what they've found is something they will never get back at home. And once that belief takes root, the damage is done. What's the solution? If you truly want to protect what you've built, you must see the warning signs before they become irreversible. The question is, will you notice them in time? Stoic philosophy teaches us to master our thoughts and act with reason, to keep our soul steady amidst temptation. This is how we protect ourselves and the values we cherish. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that only by mastering ourselves can we truly hold on to what is precious in life. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss upcoming videos. Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever ignored small warning signs in your life, only to regret it later? Be mindful, cherish, and protect the most valuable things in your life. See you in the next video.